Because I was hurrying my daughter to school.
Okay, so you were in a rush.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, well, that's an answer, but it's not a good answer.
I was hurt.
She wasn't hurt by this accident, and we're now driving around a vehicle with no AC, no heat.
Oh, my God, you know I'm going to get out my violin. Each of you claimed that the other is responsible for an automobile accident.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So why don't you tell me, Ms. Voss, when this accident took place, time, date?
It took place on September 5th at 8:05 a.m. At the intersection of 31st Street and Yale Avenues in Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Tell me where you were going.
I was going to work.
I see there's a monitor up. Is that a video of the location?
It's dash cam footage from the accident.
From you?
Yes, yeah, it's my dash cam footage.
Okay. Would you go over to that video and show me where you were?
Absolutely.
And then we'll get it moving.
So these are the two southbound lanes on Yale. I was in the left turn lane. I had pulled forward just over the line when I had a green light. So the light turned yellow. I waited a beat and nobody was moving. So I went into my left turn where I was hit in the middle of an intersection. And I was hit so hard that my car was turned 180 degrees.
Show me where the defendant was coming from.
She was in this far lane right here.
In the far lane?
Yes. So there was a car coming to a stop because the light was yellow, and the defendant...
Just a second. There was another car right next to hers.
In front of her that was coming to a stop.
Well, how did she get around that car to hit you?
She went like that.
So she was behind that black car?
No, it's like a silver... I think she's back here. It was a silver car. But that silver car came to a stop, and you can see the defendant.
She went around
Yes.
that car?
To run the light.
Could you step back, please?
Of course.
And hit you?
Yes.
Okay. All right, Miss Gladden, you want to tell me your version of what happened?
Yes, so my version is pretty much the same thing as her version, except for from her dash cam, you cannot see my light at all. So even if the person that was...
No, not even if. I don't want you to tell me even if, shoulda, woulda, coulda.
Yes, ma'am. I'm saying
My
that
question
I
is...
sped up to catch the yellow light.
Did you go around a car that had stopped, is my question.
No, she had not stopped yet.
Was she...
She was slowing down, yes.
So, if the car in front of you was slowing down to stop because the light had turned yellow, why didn't you?
Because I was hurrying my daughter to school.
Okay, so you were in a rush.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, well, that's an answer, but it's not a good answer. Now I'll see the video. Okay, so the car was slowing down and you sped up. Mm-hmm. Well, then it's your fault.
I do. I have from insurance.
I have
a police report.
It's not my fault.
I have a police report that says she's at fault.
Just a second. I know what your insurance company said. Your insurance company wasn't there. Were the police called?
Yes.
And did they arrive at the scene of the accident?
Yes, they did.
Now, you have the police report. May I see it, please?
Yes, ma'am. Collision report.
Did you show this officer the dash cam video at the time the officer wrote this report?
No, I had not submitted it probably by the time.
When did you submit it?
Later that day, the police officers emailed my husband a link, and I uploaded it via that link.
Can I play that video one more time, please?
I got over before they slowed down. I got over before they slowed down into the other lane.
No, he was slowing down. You went around him.
I know. I went around him, but he wasn't like slowing down at the light yet. You can see in the video.
He was slowing down because
that
it was
I just
yellow.
got over.
He was slowing down because the light is clearly yellow.
Yes.
Let's play it again. Now it's yellow.
Yes.
Now he's slowing down, and you went around him.
Yes.
Yeah, it's your fault.
And I made the
It's
yellow
your
light.
fault. It's your fault. Did you have the car fixed or was it totaled?
It was totaled.
Did you have insurance?
I did.
Okay.
I would like to add, I tried to file a claim against the defendant's insurance, and they told me that she did not have it.
You didn't have insurance?
It had lapsed.
So the answer is I didn't have insurance.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, good.
And the insurance is under her partner's name.
Whatever. It's not in anybody's name if she didn't have any.
And
Yes.
then we got it reinstated that day. I have the paper that says
Who
that.
cares? I don't care. You drove without insurance. How long were you driving without insurance?
3 days.
And you shouldn't have been speeding up to get your daughter to school. Okay. Just tell me what the damages were to your car.
It was totaled. It was like $23,000 worth of damage. I had to come out with a deductible. We now have to pay tag, title, and tax on a new vehicle.
Okay. What was the deductible?
$500.
What make and
It was a 2023 Hyundai Kona.
and when did you purchase it? In 2023?
Yes, almost a year.
And you had insurance. Was there a loan on the car?
Yes.
Okay. So the loan covered the cost of the car?
No, not all of it. We still owe about $2,000 on the car.
Did you have gap insurance?
Yes.
So you had gap insurance. So you don't owe anything anymore. The bank is totally paid off.
Yes. Mhm.
Okay. So as far as actual damage is concerned to this vehicle, you were made whole by the insurance company.
I was.
So tell me what you're suing her for $5,000 for.
I am suing to recoup the cost of the deductible, the tag, title, and tax.
You mean the $500?
Yes. The tag, title, and tax for my new vehicle that I would not have had to purchase. I had to miss 2 full days of work and then 4 half days to go.
Why?
Immediately after the accident, I was hurt. She hit me very hard, and my whole body was just.
You didn't act like
aching.
you were hurt after the accident.
Ma'am, that's because I got out of the car and consoled you.
You were over there laughing with the cops and making jokes and calling your husband.
Yes, because
Miss Gladden. Miss Gladden. Don't
She
talk to her.
wasn't hurt by this accident, and my family was. We're now driving around a vehicle with no AC, no heat, no
Should've had
nothing, and I have
Just a
a baby.
second. I'm going to tell you a few things that you should keep in mind. A, you were driving without insurance, which means that you shouldn't have been out on the street, because if you killed somebody,
Yes, ma'am.
you wouldn't have had insurance, and it doesn't look like you have enough money in the bank to cover a
And then
major
also,
accident like that.
If your kids don't go to school, you have to go to jail for truancy, too.
Oh, my
You have to
God.
go to
You know I'm
court
going to
for
get out
that.
my violin. You shouldn't have been driving without
You're right.
insurance. Your daughter's a big girl. She can take a bus to school.
You're right.
Okay? And if you were driving her, I saw the way the light was yellow. The car in front of you was slowing down. You moved around that car and sped up, and the light was clearly yellow for a while before you did that. And there's no question in my mind that you knew the insurance had lapsed. And if you're driving around now in a car that's less of a car than what you were driving around in before, that's your fault. You got to say that was my fault. I didn't have insurance, and I sped up at a light that was turning yellow.
But she says she didn't see any cars coming. How can you see in that video that obviously I'm coming? Like
I
you
could
can't-
see it.
Exactly.
No,
You
just a second. I could see that you sped up.
Exactly.
In
So
order
how
to...
didn't she see that? She said she looked, but she didn't.
I was in
Well,
my
hold,
turn.
just a second. Who can anticipate you're going to put your foot on the gas?
Most people do at yellow
Okay,
lights.
Miss Gladden.
I know it's my
Excuses?
fault.
Okay. Well, if you know it's your fault, then if you know it's your fault, then it's your fault. Okay. Now, did you go to a doctor, hospital?
I did. I went to the Tulsa Accident Center.
May I see the report, please?
On the top line are medicines that they prescribed me. One was a muscle relaxer, and the other was for
I
inflammation.
can read. Okay, so they didn't find anything wrong in the MRI.
No,
Not anything.
Yeah, just inflammation.
Okay. What kind of work do you do?
I'm an HR assistant.
Okay, and you didn't work for a couple of days?
Yes, 2 days.
Just a second. You got paid for those days.
No,
Why not?
I'm an hourly employee.
Okay. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of her deductible, $500. We're finished here. Thank you very much.
This court is adjourned.
I'm just upset about it because the other lady was not hurt by this accident at all, and my family was. And now we didn't get anything out of it.
I was not at fault, and Judge Judy found that to be correct.
The impact, I remember that I tried to swerve to miss her, and she just kept on driving, and if she would have stopped when she saw me, I wouldn't have hit her.
I was afraid. I mean, still now I have anxiety driving just because she came at me really fast and hit me very hard.
I feel like she ran the red light.
Always have a dash cam and don't drive without car insurance.
So I'm going to propose that every state legislature that handles motor vehicles, think about a law that imposes a strict rule that if you're driving a car without insurance and you're stopped for a moving violation or in an accident and you have no insurance, it's an automatic suspension of your license for 6 months. Period. Maybe then people wouldn't drive without insurance.
Yeah.
Just sounds totally logical to me. You're placing a lot of people, including yourself, at risk. And if you can't afford insurance for a car, take the bus.
Yeah.
But you're not supposed to drive a car without insurance. Insurance is mandated by law.
Why was the judge ruled in favor of the plaintiff in the sum of $500? It clearly seemed like I do agree on the judgment, because immediately the judge keep on asking the defendant what really happened. She was like, I'm pretty much agree on the comment which the plaintiff did, because the plaintiff was not stating it bad obvious. You know what I'm saying? Because whatever thing that happened at that moment seemed to be the fault of the defendant. Every car was slowing down and she took it upon herself to speed up. Like, when they just keep on asking her, why? Because all the whole cars that was on the road at that moment was slowing down, and the plaintiff was, trying to cross over, and the other one speaked up and hit her, and the defendant was like, nothing happened to the plaintiff. She came out from the car, keep on making calls and also making some jokes. That's how it is whenever accident occurred. Two things must be involved: whether someone will get injured or the one will not get injured, or whether the one will pass on or the other party will not pass on. That's how it is. But we thank God for their life. You know what I'm saying? We thank God for really their life, because whenever accident occurs, is really terrible. And besides, the defendant was speeding up. So in my honest opinion, it clearly seemed like I should agree on the judgment, because it seemed to be the fault of the defendant, because when he knew too well that the traffic light was showing yellow and every car was slowing down, and she clearly admitted that the fault is hers, because when he knew too well, and besides, she does not have insurance, and the plaintiff was like, I contacted the insurance company because I have to file for my car, and the defendant does not have any insurance, and the judge keep on saying that when you knew too well you did not have insurance, why are you taking your daughter to school? You should have put her in bus, and the bus will, she took her to school. You know what I'm saying? It's quite obvious, but it is what it is. But the defendant brought us a punchline saying that the plaintiff did not sustain any injury. I was expecting the judge to ask some evidence, or even the plaintiff or the defendant should have brought us some evidence. But it's quite unfortunate that the judge did not deliberate on that. So what do you think about this? Because in my honest opinion, I would have asked for some evidence, because the defendant was like, she did not sustain injury. I and my daughter, was injured to an extent where we could not be able to do some certain things at that moment. You know what I'm saying? So in my honest opinion, I do agree on the judgment. What do you think about this case? Do you agree on the judgment, or do you disagree on the judgment? I would love to see your thoughts in the comment down below.